Hello everyone, probably just saw, well you probably haven't, but I just I just made my Transformers Age of Extinction review. I just wanted to get the worst from out of the way so I can gush over How to Train Your Dragon 2. Okay, I want to say something here. When I'm in my top 7 most anticipated movies of this year, this should have been my number 1. Because a year ago, when I first saw the trailer to this film, I was blown out of my fucking mind. It looked incredible. The speed, the animation, the detail, the focus, the energy, the feel of love in it. Just a trailer, like a year ago. Sorry, I spat on the screen. Just based on the first trailer alone, when I saw it a year ago, I was so excited. This should have been the most anticipated movie of this year, aside from Godzilla, X-Men, and The Hobbit, or Interstellar. This should have been my most anticipated. And let me tell you, because I gotta tell you something here. When I made my How to Train Your Dragon review like a month ago, I think. Because I'm sorry if this review is so late. I loved the first How to Train Your Dragon film. Because when it came out in 2010, it was my favorite film of that year. Because that year has some really good movies. But like, that was my favorite film that year. So, just for myself to see this movie, because I really wanted to see this movie bad. Like, since like how I said, like a year ago, I was really fucking anxious to see this movie. I'm just like, please don't disappoint, please don't disappoint. And straight up, it doesn't. It surpasses it. Oh, where do I begin? This movie is so fucking good. It is so good. The voice acting, great, especially by like Jay Baruchel, who voices Toothless. Well, not Toothless. Hiccup. Jordan Butler as his dad was really good. We get some side voices like from Kit Harington. So, yes, as like a different character comes along. We also see the main character's mother in this film, who's voiced by Kate Blanchett, and she's really great. She really lends a lot of likability and personality and charm to her. She's very, very funny and very, very, very engaging. Like, she reminds me of my own mother. I'm just like, oh, I feel like heaven at this with this film. I just love this film. Um, I'll basically summarize the story like this. It's been 5 years since the first film, since what happened in the first film, and basically Hickham's like my age, like he's like 19 or 20-ish years old, and he looks awesome. Like, he really looks great. The way he's animated, the way he looks is just so awesome. I can't stop gushing about this film. The speed of it is so incredible. And like, I'm sorry, I need to stick on the story, focus on the story. Basically, it's been 5 years since the first film, and their country is just living in peace and calmness and temporary ways. And Hiccup is going along and trying to be adventurous with this pet dragon, Toothless, who's really awesome and really reminds me of a cat. Like, when I saw Toothless, I'm like, oh my god, this dragon really reminds me of my own pet cat, who you probably have seen in my Hunger Games Catching Fire review. Probably, anyway. And basically, they basically go around and they hear of a story that there's like this weird Viking character who's coming along and who wants to take all the dragons because he, I don't know, just wants to take over the world. And basically, he comes along and gets trapped along with these certain characters, and you're just there to take the journey on. So, this film is just wonderful. The speed, the focus, and the attention of detail and animation is surpassable. Like, this is an excellent movie. The story is well focused. It seriously has great names and things to it, like the great bond between a human and a pet, what we can and cannot control, and how we view people. Some people will never change. Some people may or may not. We understand motivations and questions, even for the safety of your own family, while you make the decisions in your life. It shows the affections and the real dilemmas, and really brings out really clever, unique things that really matters to people. Like, do I need to do these certain things to just so people I love are safe and happy? And it really, really makes it shine. And the voice acting is excellent. The story is very well executed, especially for a wild and out there plot like this, because an animated film about dragons. And basically from there, it's like wonderful, wonderful. Like, I want to see this movie again. Like, it is just excellent. The speed, the focus, the attention, the detail, all that is just excellent. The villain who in another film could just be another wet towel type of character. He's like, I'm doing some stuff, and while he is like that, you can understand why, and you can see how he could be like that. Like, there's a point in the exact half of the film where I'm just like, oh no, like there's a scene, there's a great moment with the mom and dad first meeting and they're bonding and all that type of stuff. It's just so wonderful, and the story comes back in. I'm just like, oh, like if anything, that maybe my only complaint, like that one scene where it's a little rushed into another scene, but I still thought it was just excellent. Nothing I want to say about this one is that the focus of it is also so wonderful too. Especially with, like I was saying before with the villain, is that even though he may seem like a bit of a wet towel at times, you can understand all these motives behind him, and you can understand why he'd be like this. You can relate to this of a backstory, and even though it's silly and ridiculous, you can still understand and match yourself with it. I mean, I just love this movie. I really, really, really do. I love this movie more than Frozen. And at this point in my video, I have a feeling a lot of people are just pointing your guns at me. Let me say this. I do. I think this film is better than Frozen. I really do. And this film is just excellent. All around excellent. And I really love this film. It's so beautifully made. The characters seem so real and so relatable and so funny. All the dramatic moments were appropriate. All the comedic moments in the film were appropriate. And it felt great. And 100% of them all came into play. It's not like, there's a few jokes that weren't so effective. There's a few romantic scenes that this seems to well. It's like, no, none of that. All the emotional statuses in the film, the comedic and the dramatic, all hit 100% well on the heart and mind, and it really felt like you were a part of this film. This film is all around excellent. It really is, and this is the best animated sequel since Kung Fu Panda 2, and that was 3 years ago. I really do love this film, even though I admit there was just like that one scene that seemed a bit too rushed. And I don't want to talk about too much of the spoilers of this film, but no, I love it, and I just wonderfully love it. I think the ending, for the way it ended, I kind of wanted it to end on this really big, still embodied moment, like a really big cliffhanger moment where I think the film was rounded up instead of leaving us on a bigger note. I kind of wish even though it was a great ending, I just kind of wish it went in the other direction instead of tying it all up. I just wish it kind of let us on a big end. It's like, oh, leave us anticipated for more, because I really wanted more by the end. And I was sitting there for like a solid minute after the movie ended. I'm just like, I want to see more, Like, I really, like, this is like the exact same ending how I felt for the second Hobbit film, where I was like, a wonderful ending, but I wish there was more, and I wish it kind of ended in a certain way, but nitpicking. All around it, How to Train Your Dragon is a excellent film, and just seeing that title makes me laugh in a weird way. How to Train Your Dragon, what a ridiculous and out there title. But you know what? This film is fucking amazingly beautiful, and if you just give it one chance, and if you give it one little hope for it, I would seriously say to you, it's so worth it. And bring the kids, because they will love it too. This film isn't just for kids. It isn't just for parents. It's like this is the perfect family film, and this film to me is that. It's almost perfect. I'm in a little mix here. This is to me a perfect animated film. While I do have nitpicks at it at time, I love this film. This is on the same level, like for me, like one of my three favorite films so far this year, like The Lone Survivor, The Raid 2, How to Train Your Dragon. And you know what? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes has a lot to live up to, because I really want to see that for the next review. So everyone, this is How to Train Your Dragon 2 review. And overall, I will give How to Train Your Dragon 2 at 93%. Fucking wonderful film. It is. I wouldn't say it's a superior sequel, but I would say it's a sequel that truly improves on the first film. And I love the first film. Like, to me, that's one of my all-time favorite animated films, and this is too. And you know what? When a film makes you feel this happy and this genuinely sweet in the end, it's doing something right, and it deserves some damn good attention. And you know what? How to Train Your Dragon is a wonderful film. I highly encourage everyone to see it. Unlike another Transformers film where I want to punch you in the face, but stay strong, because I will see you in the next video. So goodbye, everyone, and I hope you take into consideration what I said. I highly encourage anyone to see this film. I give this movie a 93%. What a wonderful film. What a wonderful film. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next review. And remember, stay strong.